message I would like to deliver to all of you this evening is that you are the sole, S-O-L-E and S-O-U-L, creator to your life. And I'm going to quote from Dhammapada, kind of hard to pronounce his name. And he says, all that we are is a result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts. It is made up of our thoughts. Let the wise person guard their thoughts. There is no fear in you while you are watchful. And I want to pass that on to you because it's very important. And if we stop to think that we are creating with our thoughts, where are our thoughts? And many of you have heard me say there's only two energies, and the energies is love and anything that is not of love. But I want to tie in the energy of your thoughts with the energy of love. So let's look at love a little bit more. And look into love, you are conceived out of love. The essence that resides in you is from God, the true source, which is pure, unconditional, non-judgmental love. Think about this for a moment. In the Bible, it says we're made in the image of God. I say you're an aspect of God, the true source. Same difference. And as I say you're an aspect of God, the true source, because that's what God, the true source, wants you all to realize. And if God, the true source, is only one energy of unconditional love, pure unconditional love, then if we do not embrace that love and accept that love in our thoughts, what is the opposite of that? The opposite of it is a large term called hate. And hate takes on many forms. Insecure, afraid of our lives. We hate ourselves for what we may have done. We hate our lives. We hate our insecurity. We hate our poverty. We hate our illness. We hate those people who do not support us, on and on and on and on. So in a larger picture, if we realize we do not accept the unconditional love and we are not loving, what's the other side of the coin? Hate, or something that is not love. And I want you all to take a look at your life and want you to appreciate and love yourself for every experience you ever had. Think about that. How do you grow? If you did everything perfect and everything right, how would you learn a lesson? So sometimes we choose to learn lessons in a very difficult or challenging way, but we grow from it. And I always use the analogy of, don't touch the pot, it's hot. You go, what's hot? And you touch it and you burn your finger, and it hurts. I got it. I know what hot is. So there's an example of how we choose to learn, and hopefully you'll never burn yourself again, but I've done it over many times. But I want to get back to the main subject. In this world today, we see nothing but anger, frustration, unhappiness, judgmentalness. We see women being abused and taken advantage of. We see children at school killing others. We see all these massive, terrible things that are not love, that's hate, insecurity, and so on. And I began to look at this a little bit more and had a conversation with God, the true source. And you too can always have that conversation. My conversation is 24/7. I'm always talking to God, the true source, but I'm always open. And one of the things I was shown was really hurt my heart to hear about all these school children that were shot by this young man. And when I looked at him, I said, oh my God, there's no love in this young boy. There is no love. There is only hate and anger. And the true source reminded me of something which I want to share with you. Back in the 60s or 70s, I don't remember the time frame, there were subliminal messages. And when these subliminal messages were either played on, those days they used the tape, or in the theater, you used to go to the theater, and the subliminal message would pop on for milliseconds. Buy popcorn, buy Coke, buy a candy bar. And finally, they supposedly outlawed it, and you can't do it anymore. And then the true source showed me the video games these kids are playing, where they shoot them and kill them, and war and all this stuff, and even, the movies. And what I began to see, I was shown a line of energy coming into the brain. And this line of energy coming into the brain was sending subliminal message about killing and hate and glorifying it and how great and wonderful it was and how successful you are, because in this game you shot or killed 50 people or you blew them up or whatever it's about. And that's really frightening, because what is happening is anybody who more than once watches those video games of shoot 'em up, kill 'em, war, whatever they are, spaceship, whatever it is, it's altering their brain and their consciousness. And we have to be really aware of that. My suggestion for those who watch those games, or for the children that watch those games, be very careful. Because what you are doing is reprogramming their brains, their concept and understanding. Yes, they're desensitizing them, but that's what's happening to the young children today. That's what's altering them. And why are they doing that? And this is not really a blame, but the parents are so gosh darn busy, they don't have time for their children. Here's a game, leave me alone, do this, do that, I don't want to be bothered. And I was talking to this retired group of women that I teach a class to, and we were addressing that as well because the subject came up for me to discuss it. And they were saying that, when they were growing up, their mother said, go out and play. And they played. And even the women said, oh, we played war, we played cowboys and Indians, we did all that stuff. Well, I got to tell you, none of them were ever killers, and none of them ever did anything wrong, and they fostered great families, and they were great in bringing up their children. Now, this has nothing to do with criticism if you're a parent. But what I want everybody to understand is that we are being brainwashed through subliminal messages, and we have to be very careful of it. And you're getting them not only from the news. When you watch the news, you see somebody being shot or an automobile chase or whatever is going on, but there is a serious lack of love. And those thoughts, those images are now going into the brain, and it's being embraced by the brain and changing the moral compass. And when we are born, our moral compass is unconditional loving, allowing, and non-judgmentalness. And remember, as a child, what are the first words you learn? No. That's one of the first words you learn. So we become slightly negative towards that. And my message is for each one of you is to spend time with your children and your family members and compliment them. Tell them something wonderful about them. And you watch them change. Express the love, because thoughts are things. And because thoughts are things, whatever you're saying to someone else by the immutable, and it's a mutable law of what comes around goes around, or the law of attraction, what you're sending out, you're bringing back into your own life. And I'd like each one of you to take a moment, each and every day, to compliment someone, to say something nice, even if they're against your spiritual practices or whatever you're doing, because you make a difference. 10 people got together, and they decided America should not be under the arm or the tutelage of England, and created a great nation. And these 10 people, it spread like wildfire. And so we are a small group, but through expressing unconditional love, loving thoughts, and like I ask every one of you each and every day, how did you make a difference? And what is an everyday miracle in your life? If you will practice that, if you will spread the love and realize that you are the creator of your life, whatever is going on in your life, I want you all to go on to a mental diet. And the mental diet is simple as this. When a negative thought comes into your life, that's not loving. You merely go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That interrupts the brain. Cancel, 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 and express a positive, loving thought. It's that simple. Do it every day. And you're going to realize how much negative thoughts go through your mind unintentionally. And you will begin to make a difference, because people will want to hang around with you. And they'll go, what's your difference? Why are you different? Why do I want to be around you? How come you're so happy? How come you're so joyous? And that's because you are aligning with God the true source's unconditional love. So I challenge each one of you to do 3 things. 1, to remember how you made a difference and in someone's life and an everyday miracle that appeared in your life. Number 2, look into the mirror and say your name and say, I am unlimited, I am unlimited, I am unlimited. And number 3, express love. Ask for love in your life. Send unconditional love to the healing of this planet and all its inhabitants. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week. Please spread the word.